Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. How are you all? Excellent. We already finished the lesson, the best Christmas present in the world. I will explain you the whole story in brief. The story is in three parts. First part in Bridport, and second part is war zone, and third part at the hospital. In the beginning, in the first part at Bridport, a person for a long time wants to buy a rolling desk. What he wants to buy? Roll top desk. Roll top desk. Roll top desk. It's a costly one. So he could not afford to buy it. He passing by a shop which sells second-hand goods. He found a roll top desk. So he was so fascinated about buying a roll top desk, he saw it in a second-hand shop. We see in Nehru Bazaar, we find second-hand goods. Like that, in that shop, he finds a roll top desk. So he asked the shopkeeper. He told that it's a cheap one, but it was made in the early 19th. And some scratches are there. Scorch means a fire. Because of a fire accident, it was burned and a leg was broken. He thought that he can restore it, he can repair it. So he bought that roll top desk. Because he cannot afford to buy a new one, he bought a second hand one which was burnt. Scorch mark means burnt marks are there, and he took that to his house and removed all the desks. The veneer means plywood or a small layer to protect the desk or to look beautiful. The veneer is scratched out. Almost this veneer is scratched out. Now he removed all the desks to repair it. One desk is not coming out. So he tapped like this harder with his palm. He tapped this with his fist. He tapped the desk and removed the drawer there. And inside the drawer there is another small drawer and a tin box. Inside the tin box, he got a letter. He got a letter. On the envelope, some address was written like this: Mrs. Jim McPherson. What is the name of the receiver? Jim, Mrs. Jim McPherson. 12 Copper Beaches, Bridport, Dorset. This is the address written on the envelope. He thought that it's a private matter, we should not read others' letters. So he want to put it inside without reading. But his anxiety, his curiosity forced him to read the letter. Now he opened the envelope and opened the letter. The letter was addressed to Dearest Coney. Here the letter was addressed to Dearest Coney. Because on the envelope it was written as Mrs. McPherson. Mrs. McPherson. Here in the letter, the top most Greeting was addressed as Dearest Coney. Okay, Dearest Coney is the other name of Mrs. Macpherson. Okay, this is the first part. Now, in the next part, the letter explains about a war situation. The letter explains about a war situation. It's a border. It's a here English people are pointing their guns to Germans. English people pointing their guns to Germans. And Germans also pointing their guns to English people. It's a war zone. It happened in 1914. All was happened? 1914. So which war? First World War or Second World War? First World War situation. Okay. Now, somebody from German side waving a white flag. Waving? White flag signifies peace. White flag signifies peace. So, both sides ceasefire. They told ceasefire. Now, a person from German side comes out with a flag. German wear grey coats, grey long coats, grey long coats. And English people wear khakis. English soldiers wear khakis. English soldiers wear khakis and German soldiers wear grey coats, long grey coats. And this person who is writing the letter, Macpherson, is saying that it is unfortunate we are not initiated, we are not started peace talks. Peace was started because of Germans who waved a white flag. And other person came with a white flag from German side. Suddenly, from English side, a man named Little Private Morris came out. Little Private Morris came out. He says, what are you waiting for? Come out. Let's have private talk. Private Morris says, come out. Somebody said, it's a trap. Somebody said, it's a trap. Don't go out. Don't go out. From German side, they are saying, Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. This is Christmas time, so we should not shoot each other. Ceasefire. German says, ceasefire. But in the beginning, English people don't realize or don't accept. They are trapping a plan. English people thought. But after Little Private Morris says, all came out happy. This is happy day, Christmas day, we have to celebrate. Somebody from Hans. Hans means? Hans means Germans. Germans generally use their name as Fizz. German soldiers called as Fizz. English people called as Tommy. Tommy means English people, English soldiers. And Fizz means German soldiers. Fizz means German soldiers. And German soldiers, we have schnapps. We have schnapps. Schnapps is a liquor made from fruit. Schnapps. Happy Christmas is waving liquor bottle. Waving bottle. Schnapps. And he says, we have sausage also. We have sausage. Sausage is a food which was made from meat. We have sausage. We have schnapps. So we can drink and eat. Let us celebrate. The Germans Fizz are saying, let us celebrate Christmas. And English people joined. Within movement, within seconds, the khakis and the grey long coats combined together. Singing, dancing, playing. Suddenly, a man came to A man from Germany said, came to English soldier, the captain, Jim McPherson, shake hands and says, I am Hans Wolf. I am Hans Wolf. I am a musician. I am a musician. I play cello in the orchestra. I play cello in the orchestra. In Telugu, we called pidelu. Cello in the orchestra. And Jim McPherson says, I am a teacher. I am a teacher. From Dorset. I am from Dorset. He said, I know Dorset very well. Hans Wolf said, I know Dorset very well. I have a favorite writer from English. His name is Thomas Hardy. The writer's name is Thomas. He wrote a interesting book. His favorite book is Madding Crowd. Madding Crowd. They talked about the characters in the Madding Crowd. The character Bastaba, Gabriel Oak, Sergeant Troy, and Dorset. Dorset is a place. They talked so much. They drank, they eat, they shared their ration, they shared their food. So both were happy. Everything is going to be finished. Before that, somebody came with a football. Somebody came with a football. And they started to play. Do you know what is the football poles? The long coats of the Germans arranged as football poles. And they are going to start the football match. This Jim McPherson joked like this: if it is cricket, we will win. If it is cricket, better to play cricket than English people win. But he joked. Now they started football and German won 2 against 1. England won, Germans 2. Germans won the match and Germans said, our post is short and your post is long. So we won the match. Both are accepted, everything. Germans accepted English people words and English people accepted German people's words. This is the ending of the story. All were happened in the no man's land. This land is not belong to either Germans, neither Germans or nor English. So no man's land. These are the ditches. They play safely here, both sides. And this letter ends like this. This is Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve means the day before Christmas. So he bought the roll top dust on Christmas Eve. Next day is Christmas. But somebody called Mrs. McPherson didn't receive this letter. He thought like this. Maybe she received this letter. She wrote important words on the letter, that is, when I die, you have to keep the letter with me. But the letter is with the carpenter, new buyer of this roll top dust. How can somebody put the letter when she dies? So he could not sleep. Bridport is very near place to the person who bought that roll top dust. So early morning on Christmas Day, he started from there to Bridport. Bridport, he searched there the address. He searched the address. The address is Mrs. Jim McPherson, 12 Copper Beaches. He reached to Copper Beaches, Bridport. He reached to Bridport, Dorset. Now he reached the place. A building was there which was burnt, half burnt, half burnt. Old building, half burnt. He knocked there, no one responded. Somebody with a dog, a boy going out, but the building, the next building owner came out with a slippers. A old man came out. He says, Connie, yes, Connie is here only. But she was not well with with her mind. She was in a nursing home. She was in hospital. She was in hospital in Burlington nursing home. In Burlington nursing. So it is also not a far place. So he went to the nursing home and asked the people. The warden was so happy because Mrs. Coney doesn't have any relatives, friends, no one to wish her. She was surprised to see a young man coming to the hospital to give a present on Christmas. She was very happy, and all the people who are in the hospital are wearing caps, paper caps. They are celebrating Christmas. Everywhere color papers, Christmas tree, Christmas celebrations are going on. The matron said she is not well with her head, so she was kept in a safer room. They both went to that room where Coney is sitting in a wheelchair. As she was 103 years, her age is 103, so she could not recognize anyone. This fellow, the young man, told everything, the whole story. How I got this letter, what was there in the letter. So, but the woman, Coney, is not worried about the words which was uttered by the young man. Suddenly, when he told about the letter, yes, she remembered everything. Yes, you said you will come on Christmas Day. This is Christmas Day, you came again. And both talked for a long time. She thought that her husband, Jim McPherson, came on Christmas Day, as he said in his letter. So she was so much happy, thrilled. She says, this is the best Christmas present ever given by anyone on Christmas Day. So the story tells about peace, no war, peace, because there is no good war and a bad peace. Thank you very much.